up? Welcome to Mr. Brown's class where there's no whining and no complaining. Today we're looking at unit multipliers and unit conversion. This is a tough concept for a lot of people, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit easier. First, all right, let's start off with something that doesn't seem like it has anything to do with these, but let's say 24 over 36. And let's use prime factorization to reduce this. Now, I've already done the work, but 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, right? And 36 is going to be 3 times 3 times 2 times 2. Now, right, we can cancel out the top and bottom. So we have 2 2's on top, right? Those cancel each other out. And we have a 3 up here and a 3 down here. So we end up with 2 thirds. So we can cancel numbers that are the same on top and bottom. Okay, same thing when we're multiplying, right? If we take 2 thirds and we multiply it by 3 fifths, right? I've told you that if we can cancel before, it makes it a lot easier at the end where we don't have to reduce. Okay? So we can do the same thing when we have units. So let's say, 5 feet. We have 5 feet, all right, and we want to turn it into inches. Okay, now we're going to learn that whatever we're going to goes on top. So there's 12 inches in 1 foot. Okay, so whatever we're going to goes on top, right? So there's 12 inches in a foot, so 12 goes on top. Now, words cancel out just the same. All right, so since we have a foot on top and a foot on bottom, now we just have 5 times 12, which is 60 inches. So we changed 5 feet into inches. All right, now you'll get used to this part without, knowing that, but that's what we're going to be doing, is using unit multipliers. Okay, and when we talk about unit multipliers, okay, we talk about, if they ask for the unit multipliers, so 12 inches is 1 foot. That's a unit multiplier. Or 1 foot is 12 inches. Right? Or 3 yards, right, is, that's wrong. 1 yard is 3 feet, or 3 feet is 1 yard. Those are unit multipliers, okay? Those are what we're going to multiply to find out the conversion. And I'm going to give you some more, okay? So let's say that we have 96 inches, okay? And we want to go to feet. Now, what did I say? We want to go to feet, so feet goes on top. Now look, 1 foot is 12 inches. Okay, so now inches, that cancels out, right? And so we multiply 96 over 12. So this ends up being a division problem, not multiplying. Here we multiply because 12 was on top. Here, since we're going from inches to feet, we're going to divide. Now, when I was your age, I would just guess. I think I need to multiply. I think I need to divide. But if you use this way, right, and figure out this way, it makes it a lot easier. Right? So what? Let's do this. 12 and the 96. Remember, all fractions are division problems. That's not going to help me. Let's do 8. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so 16, okay, 96. So it's 8 feet. All right, so whatever you're going to, all right, needs to be on top. Let's try some more. Okay, so let's do 240. See if you can do this one. 240 yards to feet. Pause it and see if you can do that one on your own. Okay, so we have 240 yards on top. Okay, now we're going to go to feet. Well, let's look at this. 3 feet is 1 yard. Remember, what we go to has to be on top. So now we're going to multiply 240 times 3. All right, so 0, 12, 720 feet, because the yards cancel each other out. Now, how about you try this one? 240 feet to yards. Okay, see if you can figure this one out. Okay, so 240 on top here, feet. All right, multiply. Now we're going to yards. So 1 yard goes on top. All right, 3 feet goes on bottom. All right, so whatever we're coming from goes on the bottom. The feet cancel out. All right, so you have 240 over 3, right? And you end up with 80 yards. Okay? Now, again, like I said, this is going to help you in the long run if you know this converting instead of just guessing. Okay, so let's do 100 meters to yards. Now, 1 meter, let's do that again. 1 meter is about, this is a symbol for about, 1.1 yards. Okay, so 1 meter is about 1.1 yards. Okay, so we're going to put this first, 100 meters. Okay, now multiply. Now we're going to yards, so we're going to have 1.1 on top. Okay, and 1 meter down here. And again, the meter cancels out, so now we're going to have yards. Okay, now, you've learned this. You don't have to work this out. You have 100 times a number, so that means we have 110 yards. Okay, because multiplying by 100, you're moving the decimal to place values. All right, because each place value is worth 10. Okay, now what about 9 yards? Okay, 9 yards in a second. All right, 2, okay, feet per second. Now, the second part doesn't really matter because they're the same, okay? But we have 9 yards over 1 second, okay? We're going to multiply. All right, now we're going to feet. All right, so 3 feet is 1 yard, right? So whatever we're going to goes on top. Now these cancel out. Okay, and you get 27 feet per second. Okay, so whatever you're going to goes on top. If this video helped you, make sure that you subscribe and like below. And remember, be more awesome.